So let's get into this mounting yard. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Get a free photo with Santa this weekend. Check stores for Santa appearance times. Gamblestown will start with J Pride, Christian Reith.
Yeah, big odds. Comes back from an easier, harder race though. The Goldman Cup last start, only beaten 2 lengths. But I suppose the worrying stat for Gamblestown, 9 starts at Randwick, only 1 second placing.
Look, he won't be wanting for fitness. He's a big type who's had a number of runs this campaign. He's still carrying good condition, which he always does. So don't be fooled by his big appearance. He's ready to go.
Let's go to Sedanzer.
Yeah, look, it's a first start at Randwick, funny enough, considering she's trained here, but she's had the 2 runs back, both impressive wins at Rosehill. I think she can settle in the first 4 or 5, and that should put her in the right spot turning for home.
Yeah, she's a horse that doesn't carry a lot of excess condition, and she's quite neat and compact, but she's certainly very, very healthy. She's improved each time I've seen her. She's maintaining that condition today. I think she'll be very hard to beat on looks.
3 is Dreamforce. Josh Adams now on for McAvoy. John Thompson.
Yeah, the one they're backing, Greg, and looks as though he'll cross and lead, gets his own way in front. Very hard to beat off that last start win.
Yeah, he's a picture of health. He's always one that takes your eye. He's a really nice looking type. He's got the fitness after those 2 runs in now, and he's carrying himself well, not turning a hair.
Olympic Academy number 4 for Lees and Van Overmeer.
Yeah, tested in this grade. Obviously the 3 kilo claim will help, but not a horse I could back with any confidence.
Yeah, that's the same as me. Look, he's a horse that always presents well and has turned out in impeccable order, but he's certainly at this grade, he's hard to tip.
5 Reneged at big odds for Thompson and Collett.
Yeah, disappointing really compared to what I thought of him early in his career, but maybe he's a wet tracker. He's 2 from 2 on heavy.
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts. I think he parades nicely. He's a well put together type. There's no concern about his fitness.
CHATELARD number 6, Waller and Megorian.
Yeah, trialling as though he needs further, but he is first up. Chris Waller trained at the mile, and nothing wouldn't surprise.
Yeah, just think he's going to take some improvement from today. I'd be waiting.
Number 7, ZOURKHAN, par on for Waller.
Yeah, similar story. I think this one needs further. I think he's a 2,000 metre plus horse.
Yep, he's the one that I would leave for today as well.
Now ZOURKHAN first up, Waller and England.
Yeah, blinkers on first time, ridden aggressively to Bolt in a recent trial. He's definitely an interesting one with some good first up stats.
Yeah, looking at him, he looks like he's done plenty of work to run well fresh. I'd keep him safe.
Cosmic Engine number 9, Waller and J Ford.
Yeah, maybe just a fresh horse. All his best forms early in his prep, and then he seems to taper off. So keen to see what he does today.
He has lightened off a touch throughout this preparation. He's quite an angular type who's pretty tall and scopy, but there are others I do prefer.
Valentino, Rossa, Jason Call, Kath O'Hara.
Tricky gate, but on form, I think he's the knockout chance. 3rd in the Goldman Cup, coming in the worst part of the track. If he gets the breaks, he could knock these over.
Yeah, look, he's turned out very, very well. He's got a good coat on him. He's got fitness on his side after 4 runs in.
The 5th Waller runner is VAUCLUSE Bay, Ben Millam.
Yeah, probably looking for 2,000, but in saying that, a Randwick 1600 run at a true tempo may just suit him second up.
Ran fantastic first up. He's taken nice improvement into this second up performance. He's certainly not out of this.
12 is Gold Ambition for Bjorn Baker and Adam Hieronymus.
Yeah, not one for me, Greg. He's a horse that hasn't lived up to some early reps.
Look, he has taken some nice improvement in his fitness. He's still got to improve in his coat of touch.
Now, what do we make of this horse for John O'Shea and Brenton Avdulla, a French import, an Irish-bred French import, Peribsen?
Yeah, I didn't mind his trials, Greg, so he's one I wanted to watch the betting on and obviously get an idea what Liz thinks.
He's ready to go. He's done plenty of work to run well fresh. There is slight improvement in his coat if I was to be picky, but he's one definitely to keep a watch on, a definite market watch for me.
And what about this one? MAGICALEASE, unbeaten this prep, 3 out of 3 for Alan Scorse and Grant Buckley.
Yeah, easy in the betting, Greg, but look, he maps really well here. He should be up in the first 2 or 3. He comes here in, as you said, winning form, easier races, but I think he's ready to come to town.
Yeah, he's very, very relaxed and switched off. He hasn't turned a hair, he's not sweating. He's just perfectly proportioned as well. So he's another one that I haven't seen before, but I'm impressed by what I see.
Rightio, that's a look at the runners. They're going out through the tunnel here. Of course, they are coming in a touch later because of the heat, but they were held up there because we ran about 7 or 8 minutes late for the previous. So they've got them into the yard in pretty quick time. Karen McAvoy is being taken to hospital to have a look at that right hand, but Munsey did a bit of digging. They can't tell what it is, Muns. They don't know whether it's a hand, a thumb, a wrist.
It's the funniest thing, Greg. I asked all the boys and a couple of the girls in there. I said, what someone said, oh, I think it's his finger. Then they said, oh, no, I think it's his wrist. And then someone said, oh, knuckle. And then they all told me how they broke theirs in different situations. So I got no further advance, but I found out everyone's old injuries.
Lizzie, what's your pick of the yard?
Oh, you probably found out that Glenn's old injury is choking, but we can't keep him quiet. quiet, but my pick of the yard is PERIBSEN. I've got Tim on top. I'm just going a little bit left of field today. He certainly looks like he's done plenty of work to run well fresh. It's a very open field other than the favourite, so I'm going with PERIBSEN on top. If you like Sedanzer, I haven't put you off of her. She's certainly paraded in excellent shape, but yeah, I like the look of PERIBSEN, and I think he's paraded in good shape.
Okay, another riding update. Corey Parrish is going to ride Mr. Seawolf in the Villiers. Corey Parrish on Mr. Seawolf. Okay, Paul, your late mail.
Late mail, Greg, 2, 3, 10 and 15. I'm sticking with Sedanzer. I think she can get in the right spot in the run, and she obviously comes here in winning form, a progressive mare on the up. Number 3, Dreamforce. The money says he's the big danger. The speed map says he's a big danger. He should cross and dictate terms to suit himself, and he looked fantastic in the yard. The 10, Valentino Rossa. He's the knockout chance for me. He's just going to need some luck from a very tricky gate. If he gets it, look out for him late. And the 15, MAGICALEASE, drifting in betting, but I don't mind him coming to town on the back of those 3 wins. 2 on top from 3, 10 and 15.
Okay, Glenn, take us through the market for the next.
Yeah, well, 2 horses hard in the market, Greg. One of them is Dreamforce. That's on your screen there now. Josh Adams replacing Karen McAvoy, a $4 chance. But the favourite is Sedanzer. Is currently a $2.70 chance. Dreamforce back into $4 now, but we've got $2.70 and $4. On the next line of betting is ZOURKHAN. First up here, the 8 with the blinkers on today. It's an $11 chance. We go to CHATELARD, first up for Chris Waller. It's at 13. The PERIBSEN for John O'Shea, Lizzie's pick of the yard there, is a $13 chance. MAGICALEASE, that horse right on your screen there now with Grant Buckley in the saddle. It's a $16 chance, and I think a couple of moments ago may have been 18 when Paul's put it on top of his selections. Valentino Rossa is next pick at 23. Cosmic Engine is a $26 chance along with Gold Ambition and VAUCLUSE Bay. RENEGED at 34. The Roughies are GAMBLESTOWN 51. Olympic Academy and XEBEC are $71 each of 2. This is firmed again. The horse on your screen there now, Sedanzer into $2.50. So $2.70 to $2.50 since I started updating it. Dreamforce has gone 4 out to $4.40, and it's now $12 bar the 2 picks. ZOURKHAN a $12 chance, and PERIBSEN at $13 for race number 6, first leg of the quaddie. Expected the quaddie pool today, a $300,000 pool. And Paul said, Greg, he said just play the 2 picks here, Sedanzer and Dreamforce, and the other legs will fix themselves up.
Yeah, we'll know his fate very soon. Big field, but Paul, you're just happy with the 2 here?
I am, Greg, yeah. With the quaddie, I am. You had to take a gamble somewhere in this quaddie because they were 4 very open races. So this is the race I think maps the best for these 2 favourites. Dreamforce should get the soft lead. Sedanzer just keeping close enough to challenge turning for home. And a lot of the back markers perhaps don't get the chance here if the race unfolds the way I think it will.
Okay, just running a fraction late here, understandably, with a delay in the previous where Karen McAvoy was injured. Off to hospital with injuries to his hand, but not sure whether there's a break there or not. There's Gamblestown moving in. After this, the main race of the day, the Group 2 Villiers, and a free ticket into next year's $3 million Doncaster here at Royal Randwick over the championships. CHATELARD about to come up. Let's go to Darren now for race 6.
With an incident to his hand or wrist there in the previous, and that's being further assessed at the local hospital. Kieran McAvoy out and Josh Adams, and the likely front runner here, Dreamforce, who was able to dominate the race at Rose Hill last time. Gold Ambition goes forward with Adam Hieronymus riding for Bjorn Baker. Here comes Olympic Academy. And we've got 5 more to move up. MAGICALEASE is looking for 4 in a row today. With the 54 on its back, goes forward for Graham Buckley. And here comes the favourite, Sedanzer. This is the $2.50 favourite with Dreamforce, who pressed it for favouritism. And it's got right out to $4.40. So Dreamforce goes forward. And the last 2 to move in now, Valentino Rossa, following a great performance in the Goulburn Cup in 3rd there. Valentino Rossa about to go in. And PERIBSEN, Lizzie Jell's pick from the yard, will be the last to go in. Must contend with the outside draw. So PERIBSEN to come up. It's the last to move forward. Field of 14 to run over the mile. First time today this starting position's been utilised. Leading up to the Villiers, and we're all set. Stand by for a break. They're off and racing, and Dreamforce flew out. It's going to lead as expected and do it comfortably. With Sedanzer up second early. MAGICALEASE now goes past it. Cosmic Engine on the inside is trying to improve on the inside of ZOURKHAN, and Gold Ambition deeper out. They're followed then by CHATELARD from VAUCLUSE Bay and the yellow jacket. And they put a gap of 2 or 3 lengths in the rest of them, headed by Olympic Academy. Then came XEBEC. 3 lengths further back to RENEGED in the red cap in front of GAMBLESTOWN. Second last is VALENTINO, ROSSA, and PERIBSEN. The last one would be about 16 lengths off the leader, which is Dreamforce is obviously going along at a strong enough pace early. Josh Adams trying to get it to switch off in the lead. It is rather keen though from MAGICALEASE, and Gold Ambition caught up on the outside. Then ZOURKHAN went off the fence around Cosmic Engine, and Sedanzer just behind them. 2 after VAUCLUSE Bay from CHATELARD, 2 after Olympic Academy. Then came XEBEC, 2.5 to Gamblestown from RENEGED, and the last 2 PERIBSEN and VALENTINO, ROSSA coming to the turn. And Dreamforce, it was a bit difficult to relax in the early stages. It spins the corner 3/4 in front to MAGICALEASE and ZOURKHAN third, then Cosmic Engine, and Sedanzer gets to the outside and tries to pick up. Dreamforce at the 300 metres, a couple in front to MAGICALEASE. Sedanzer gets winding up on the outside of ZOURKHAN. It's Dreamforce and Sedanzer, and the favourite Sedanzer swept to the front with ZOURKHAN going with it into second, and then came Olympic Academy and XEBEC, but Sedanzer, they backed it for a stack and they get the cash. Sedanzer goes on to win it from ZOURKHAN. XEBEC got up for third, Photo fourth, VAUCLUSE Bay and Olympic Academy. Then came RENEGED, further back to MAGICALEASE, CHATELARD, PERIBSEN, VALENTINO, ROSSA. Dreamforce fired up early, game over for him, and Gamblestown was well beaten with the last 2, Gold Ambition and Cosmic Engine.
Sedanzer is flying, and Rachel King is riding her so well. Sedanzer makes it 3 on the trot this preparation. The turn of foot. She pulled out on the home turn after getting a bit of cover there, Paul, and descended upon them.
Look, she's just riding the horse so well, and punters that are diving in every start at the short quote, they just keep collecting on the back of these Rachel King rides. And as you said, got cover 3 wide, gives the horse plenty of room turning for home. Doesn't try and ride for luck, just ride it like the good thing that it is as it's charging its way through the grades. That's another benchmark 84 ticked off there. So, look, she's ready for sort of open handicap class now, and she's just going in terrific form.
ZOURKHAN and XEBEC running the placing. ZOURKHAN's come back well.
ZOURKHAN's come back very well, really fought on hard there, so that backed up a very good trial into this. And XEBEC at massive odds has wound up for third. It's one of the horses that really would have appreciated that solid tempo set by the leader.
You're right, a lovely Randwick ride when the track is playing to suit those rides. Get it out, give it plenty of room, use that long Randwick straight, and Sedanzer's got a turn of foot as well.
That's right.
2.87, 4's run 4th, 2 lengths a length. Very impressive.
Yeah, extremely impressive. She's just been finishing off in such great sectionals. Her first 2 runs this campaign, 1400 she finished off like that, up to the 1500 she was dominant, and today over the Randwick Mile she certainly showed her prowess. So look, she's done a great job.
Here is the happily married Adrian Bott. Gee, she's going well.
Yeah, she's in such great form at the moment. She's really strengthened up this campaign and relished the step up to the mile today and handled the weight rise with ease. Rachel didn't panic. We wanted to sit a lot closer today and didn't want to let Dreamforce out of our sight, and we had to cover a bit of ground sitting 3 wide, but we were able to get cover and she was switched off and into a nice rhythm. And again, we saw that devastating turn of foot.
They're a good combo.
They're great, and Rachel's riding with great confidence. The horse is racing with a lot of confidence, so it's working well.
Well done, Adrian.
Thank you very much.
2.87 and 4. Sedanzer takes out race number 6, and that will bring us along to the Villiers, our feature race, race number 7, coming up next. And that'll be followed by the Razor Sharp. We'll bring you Rachel King and her chat with Lizzie when we come back to Randwick later on. We're off to Brisbane.
I've got Rachel. Well, Rachel, she must be becoming one of your favourites by now. That's 3 rides on her for 3 wins.
Yeah, definitely. Look, she's just a little star, and she's got better and better this preparation. It was hard because I was so full of confidence before the race, but it was a big step up in weight, and she's not the biggest, but she handled it well today.
Talk us through the run, because you were quite happy to sit a little bit wide, weren't you?
Yeah, look, I probably had to use her a little bit more than we have done previously, just because of the awkward barrier, and obviously I didn't want the leader getting too far away from us. But look, in the end, we were 3 deep with cover, and she was relaxed, and that's the main thing with her, is getting her in a rhythm, which she was, and she just let down unbelievably.
That's some of her great attributes. I mean, coming back to scale, she didn't even turn a hair. I mean, nor have you, actually.
No, look, she's very chilled out about life. Every day, track work, she's the same. Nothing bothers her. She's super relaxed, and I think that's why she's so good, because she just does her own thing. Other horses around her don't bother her.
Well done, Rachel.
Thank you.
Next up.
Yeah, well, I was saying that the veg was down there, it's hanging this way and the jockey's going this way, and he was trying to...